Welcome to Unqualified Experts. I'm joined by the lovely Ashton, but it looks like we lost her. I was just talking to her, but I was literally just talking to her a minute ago. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully we'll get this. It was literally just working. Everything was fine. Hi, guys. Hi. Happy Friday. Hi, Remy. I hope you're having a good time. Backhand, Chemdog, everybody, Franklin, Steve, K9 Taze, RJP. Hi, you guys. Salahoos, Michael, what's up, everyone? How's it going? Thank you all for joining. Before we, hopefully we get this fixed in just a second, but before we do, I want to thank everybody jumping into the stream. Backhand, thank you so much. He said, hi, Zia. Hi, Ashton. Love and hugs with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hearts. 13 hearts. Hi. Oh my God, healer. Hi, Firefly. And then Franklin. Good evening, ladies. I'm always concerned when you two get together that the combination of beauty will literally break the internet. But thankfully, up to now, it's only broken hearts. Have fun experting without qualifications. We're doing God's work here, Franklin. Frank, that's so sweet. Thank you so freaking much. And that's a pink boy. You are a damn gem. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And RJP with a golden shower bird after that. Good evening, gorgeous and adorable Zia. The warmth of your smile is like a ray of sunshine with 3 hearts. And like that's just put an even bigger smile on my face. Thank you so much, you guys. We're at 70. We are 140. You guys just started. We're at 70, 140 away from Bikini. If the streak goes on, is it what, 286? 287, 285? I don't know, something. Ashton, thank you so much for joining. Hello, how are you?
Thanks for having me. I feel like it's been forever.
Mm-hmm. It has been a little while, right? God, life gets so busy. And Nick is like, hey, you haven't had Ashton on in a while. And I'm like, it felt like not that long ago. And I look and it's like 3 months. I'm like, where the hell did the time go?
I feel like last time we spoke, I was in Wyoming still.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's weird because like July and August for some reason did not exist this past year.
No, it didn't. It was like 1,000 degrees. And we did like at least for me, because of that part of that, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I just worked and like everything.
I've been nonstop, just like cleaning and organizing and like I've been trying to get this room together so I can get my horror movie review channel up and running. That's been like my main thing. But like life has just hit me so hard. Where like I'm now planning a wedding. Like all these things are like going on. Where
it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
That's like a lot.
So much stuff. It like gets super overwhelming, and you're just at one point don't even know what your life is. But we're still here to give advice regardless, and it's going to be good advice. I just know it. I think no matter what, it's going to be great advice. All right. Oh my goodness, I should have had this open. That's on me. Okay. I love these ones. These relationship ones are so much fun. It's a lot of relationship stuff. I feel like a lot of people need to learn how to communicate better. Okay. Basically, my boyfriend and I, 26 female, 28 male, have been together for 8 years since we were 17, and he's always had an obsession with my boobs. He's told me he was really into boobs more than butts, but he even told me I had bigger boobs than he expected. Anyway, he's very obsessed with my boobs and has always been, but it's to the point where he constantly touches them or even tries to suck on them whenever he wants. And I mean literally whenever he wants. Anytime he sees them out in the wild, or even if I'm wearing something revealing. There are, of course, times when we're out that he controls himself, but if not, it seems that he actually cannot control his urges. There was even one time when he came home from an appointment and we hadn't greeted each other face to face yet, but we were having a casual conversation from across the room. Then he saw me take my top off to change and gasped in shock, got all excited, and ran over to my boobs to greet them first. I got upset about this and he apologized. I do get very annoyed and upset that he's always wanted to touch them and suck on them. But when I tell him this or just tell him straight up no, he gets annoyed with me and throws a fit sometimes. What are you, dating a child? Is this normal? What should I do?
Okay, so like I can't relate because I love when my husband throws himself at me. It's my favorite thing.
No.
But I feel like if you have an issue with it, it needs to be communicated. If you can't respect that boundary, then it's not going to work out. Uh, my main worry is he doing this in public? Because she said that sometimes he can't help himself and does this in public.
And sometimes he controls himself, but he doesn't always. And I was like,
I just feel like there's a certain level of PDA where it's like, okay, we're gonna halt. Like, I feel like that's the most concerning thing. And if you've already I feel like there has to be like a point where if he's not respecting your boundaries, then he doesn't respect you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and the
I don't
fact
know,
that
for
he
me,
like throws a fit and starts
yeah,
smoking and stuff. Like, what are you, 12? Dude, calm down.
yeah, that's a little weird. That's a
Yeah.
little weird.
That's like, dude, stop. And look, again, normally people do love that, or at least some people love that. But I can see how at one point you'd be like, really, like constantly, you just have someone just grabbing at them and sucking on them, and you can't even do anything. I'm sure at one point you'd be like, okay, guy, you got to chill, man.
I mean, I'm really affectionate with my partner, and I love that. Like, my favorite thing in the world is like that he expresses that to me, and like we like do that for each other. But if like you're not that kind of person, you need to like express that. And if they don't respect that, then that's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I definitely would say that I'm like the more handsy person in the relationship for sure. Although he is, I don't know, like, but like at the same time, that's what I'm trying to like understand her perspective. I just feel like if you have a certain boundary and they're not respecting it, then you need to just kind of step away, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what it comes down to. If you're like, hey, this is too much for me, and your partner's like, yeah, I don't care, and then makes you feel bad about it, then you're right. They don't really care that much about you, huh?
Yeah. I mean, and like she's saying this is all happening in private, but if it's like public stuff too, that's just weird. Like I personally like I don't like PDA too much beyond like hand holding and maybe like kissing every once in a while.
Yeah.
If it gets like, but if he's just straight up grabbing her tits in like a public setting, like what is he doing? Like doing this at the Thanksgiving table with the parents? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't imagine like you and your partner are out grocery shopping and he just sticks his face in your tits. Like that would be so alarming.
That would be insane. Yeah, I'm with you. A cheek kiss, hand holding, a peck or whatever, that kind of stuff in public is, I think, totally fine. Anything beyond that, if you're like sucking face or like rubbing, like sucking tits, rubbing players, like, whoa, dude.
See, I thought I was an absolute heathen, but my gosh, like I remember I was in the grocery store once and like this guy is with his girlfriend and she's wearing like these leggings and like, I normally wouldn't look down there, but the boyfriend, his hand is like on her butt and like he's like rubbing his hand in between the crack of her butt. And again, we're in a grocery store and I can't understand like why you'd want that to be in a public setting. I do not understand.
I wonder if that's part of some kind of a kink. My therapist brought this up recently. I think in our last session, actually, she was talking about a couple that she has that his kink is public humiliation. And it's becoming a problem because they're losing friends over it because their friends think that his wife is just a bitch, but really that's what he wants. Like that's a fetish thing. That's like their thing. And so she's trying to oblige.
So they're involving all of their friends into his like kink of public shaming.
Yeah, and that's kind of weird, right? You're like bringing people kind of unwillingly into it, especially when it's your friends. But then they're losing friends over it. So it's yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I feel like this is one of those instances where you just have to tell them like, "Hey man, it makes me uncomfortable that this is constant." Yeah, I don't get it either. I think it's nice when your partner's like, yay, with whatever the thing is. But I just think the problem is like if if it's because there's gonna be points where you're not like necessarily in the mood for it, right? Where you're like, please don't, suck on them. Can you? But it sounds like he's like over the top, and it might be like an over the top fetish type thing that he has. With boobs. Like it's like to where it's constant, where he doesn't even greet her. He's just like boobs. He's like, I don't care about you or your face. I'm just happy that your boobs are big. I wouldn't be with you if they weren't. I wonder if she kind of feels like that a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, there is times like that I can understand like why that would cross a woman's mind, but at the same time, like he's with you, so why are we thinking of like the what ifs? Again, I am more concerned with him breaking boundaries and the PDA stuff.
Yeah.
Like that would just be
That's too much. That's too much. Frank, honey, please, it's my mom's funeral. That would be so bad. Yeah, could be exhibitionist tendencies for sure. Terra Crystal exhibitionist. RJP, you're right. He just needs to give her a kiss hello before he goes. So just give her a nice little hello kiss and then go for the tots. Then maybe she won't be so like about it, We got 5 from Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas, thank you so much. Happy Sexy Fridays. Sexy Friday, Sexy Zia, and my crush and sexy horror babe Ashton. You are both looking so beautiful tonight. Andrew Thomas, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
We're at we're 75, 125 away from Bikini, 286 if the streak continues, which is 14 away from 300. I've got to plan a good long stream for that one. I'm going to if we get there. When we get there, backhand, I'm sorry. I agree with you. It's the boundary thing. The fact that she's saying it makes her uncomfortable and he's sulking. Like, dude, get over yourself. You're a grown man. You can go without sucking on her boobs for a day without being a jerk about it. You're going to be okay. Moving on. I need some advice because this situation is stressing me out. I'm an 18-year-old female and I'm dating this guy I've been with for a few months. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I'm such a jerk. I forgot to see... I saw it, and then we were like talking about it. Tall, Dark, and Gruesome has been a member for 10 months. Tall, Dark, and Gruesome, thank you so much. She said, 2 of my favorite ones, keep annoying all the worst people. Yes. I will. We will. Oh my God, we absolutely will. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, Tall, Dark, and Gruesome. I saw it and noted in my head, like, go back to that. And then, of course, I forgot to go back to that. Hello. Remy. 5 gifted memberships, Remy. Remy, you're so freaking sweet. Substance D, PX, Katie's channel, Toe Rogan, and Cousin Dave. Thank you. Hi, Dan. Thank you so much, Remy. Oh my God, such a freaking sweetheart. He's at Content Hotel getting ready to do stuff, and he's still watching. Steve playing.
Are you doing Content Hotel?
No, I'm not going. The only day I would be able to go would be tomorrow afternoon, but it's like a 3.5 hour drive each way. So I'd be driving 7 hours total for like a couple of hours.
Gosh.
I was like, I do that almost every week lately to go do my podcast in the city. And I did it this week and I'm just like brutally exhausted. And got my test results back for my like Hashimoto's thing, which like I already knew I had it, but I needed to get it confirmed with this new doctor, and my TPO levels, the normal levels between 0 and 34, and mine is 197. It's like so wacky out there. And my T3 and my T4 are low. So like I need to get on medication, which will hopefully help with the like brutal exhaustion. So that'll be nice. That'll be great. But yeah, it was I was like, I can't drive down there for a couple of hours and spend that long in the car. Did you too busy too? You couldn't make it this year?
Well, it was just really last minute when I was kind of told about it. And at that point, I'm going to be gone that weekend anyway. They're having the Air Force Ball. So, like, that's just, yeah.
Remy, thank you so much. TPO tits per ounce. How did you know, Frank? It was through the roof. Remy, have an awesome time tonight. Thank you so much. Have a great time at the Content Hotel. Get lots of pictures. Have fun. You're a sweetheart. We're at 100. We're halfway to Bikini. We are just 100 away from 286. 286. Hi, Jamiron. What's up? Hi, U-Haul. Hi, you guys. She'll be right back, James Evans. She'll be right back. Ashton is sweet enough. I didn't know she wasn't feeling well. She's like just getting over the crazy flu. So it was super sweet of her to come on. Yeah, say hello to Lila. Hi, Brian. So I'll wait for her to come back and then we'll do and also over on Rumble, Kyle. What's up, Kyle? And RN Karn, welcome. I hope that you're feeling good from your operation, everything. I also wanted to let Kyle know that the Vampirella costume came in. I tried it on. It's actually really surprising. Healer, yes, Conflu. Surprisingly really good quality. Like it fits perfectly. It's really good quality. I'm like super
You're talking
excited.
about Vampirella?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
I just got my Vampirella outfit. Actually, I'm surprised I never actually cosplayed her.
No, I know. It's one of those that like you think about, and then it's people have brought it up to me so many times too. And Miles, thank you so much for becoming a member. Sorry, I'm trying to remember to thank everybody. Yeah, the conventions are super spreader events for sure. That's just what Ashton was explaining before the stream.
Oh my gosh, I got the worst flu from like my touring of like of different like cons, and then we did Halloween Horror Nights, and I definitely just like added to that. Like right now, it's just like the worst time, and like everyone's getting sick right now in Florida, like everyone.
Yeah. And so when it goes around, you just you're knocked out with it, and it is the worst.
But like, sorry, I left like twice already. Like I just adopted rats, and like and they're like
when I was a kid. Go ahead, sorry.
And you're fine. And like they're in this weird stage of like teenage life cycle right now where they're constantly play fighting, and like I heard a crash and I was like, I have to go make sure their cage didn't fall over or something. Like turns out it was not that at all, so it's fine.
Okay, good. You're just
I don't know why. Like I got them like a 3-story enclosure because I want to make sure they had like time to run or like a place to run around and stuff and like explore, and like I'll like hide things and like they can like dig through things and whatnot. And for some reason I have like this weird fear that their cage is just gonna topple over, because it's not like, because I'm so used to like when you build shelves and like bookshelves, you have to like nail them to the wall so they're secure. The rat cage didn't come with that, which I'm sure will be fine. I just like have this weird unrealistic fear it's gonna fall over. So
oh no, I totally get it. I would be worried about that too. I had when I was younger, I had a kitten, and I was like constantly just freaking out that something was going to happen. I don't know. I'm the same way. I'm just getting nervous about stuff.
Like I'm always nervous.
Yeah.
I surprisingly, my first cat, she doesn't like mess with the Christmas tree or anything like that.
Oh.
Like we just adopted a new kitten. Well, it's not really new. We got him in May, and he's a Maine Coon, so like he's not even a year old yet, but he's like this big. He's giant. And like I just know if we set up a Christmas tree, he's gonna like attack it every chance he can because he is giant. He is constantly on the hunt for things. So, oh gosh,
that's so
he's
oh my god,
he's crazy. I know. We got 2 dogs, 2 cats, and 2 rats. So
you're starting a menagerie. It's gonna be it's gonna be lit in there. I don't know why
have a problem.
I'm sorry. No, I would
saving animals.
No, I'm the same. If I already told Nick, if I see a baby raccoon, it's over. That's our raccoon now. If it needs help. Okay, sorry. I like started reading this and then I was like, oh my God, I forgot to thank everybody. Thank you. And I started. Okay, so I need some advice because the situation is stressing me out. I'm an 18-year-old female and I've been dating a guy I've been with for a few months. Things are mostly good. He's a little awkward, but very sweet. And I don't have any real complaints about him. The problem is his best friend. He flirts with me constantly. He makes comments about how I'm too pretty to be taken. He finds reasons to text me late at night. And once he even asked if I'd consider being with someone more exciting. It made me uncomfortable, but I just laughed it off because I didn't know how else to handle it. Now I feel like I'm stuck. If I tell my boyfriend, it could ruin his friendship, and he might even get mad at me for not shutting it down sooner. If I ignore it, his best friend might just keep pushing and make it worse. Should I directly tell the friend to stop, or should I bring it up with my boyfriend first? The longer I stay quiet, the more complicated this feels.
I feel like you should bring it up with the boyfriend, but I have seen situations where the girl will go to the boyfriend and say, hey, your friend is hitting on me. And then the guy denies, and switches it where he's like, bro, you've known me forever. Like, I would never do that. She's into me. And then it causes a fight between the girl and the boyfriend. Like, I have seen it. I've never personally experienced this ever. I've never had, like, one of my boyfriend or significant other's friends ever hit on me. But like I've definitely seen this kind of thing happen amongst my female friends before. And it's just one of those tricky things where like you should bring it up with the boyfriend, but there's ever a time where he doesn't trust you and like he's able to be kind of manipulated in that situation. I would just remove yourself from the situation altogether. Like if it's like a new guy, like, and he kind of like, you know, I would kind of step away from the situation, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, I think in this scenario, the fact she needs to speak up for herself.
Yeah.
She's 18. The likeliness of these two staying together is probably very low. This is, I'm assuming, one of her first relationships, her first boyfriend. It's probably not serious. It probably won't be serious. But if she really likes the guy, she needs to do both. She needs to shut the friend down and tell the boyfriend. She needs to tell, like, she needs to stand up for herself and make it.
I wouldn't hide this. I would
no.
Definitely bring it up to the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, worst case scenario, she doesn't tell him. And then she shuts down the friend. And the friend gets butthurt. And then, like, pretends like she was the one hitting on him. Because he feels stupid or whatever. I don't know. Like, I would do both.
Save text messages to have proof that he's the one initiating, at the very least. And because that way she's gonna be like, no, look, this is him initiating these messages, and I'm like not responding, or at the very least, he's messaging first. So yeah, I honestly think that she shouldn't hide it. She needs to say something, but she 100% needs to stand up for herself and tell the friend that, first of all, I have a boyfriend. Second of all, my boyfriend is your friend, so you're a shitty friend. And the fact that you think I would do something doesn't, say. That means you don't think very highly of me. So like at this point, just screw off. But she needs to say something. And I agree. She needs to bring it up to the boyfriend and just at least let him know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's hard. I get it. As a girl, I totally understand being meek and just letting things happen and not wanting to say anything because you're afraid to escalate the situation, or you don't like. A lot of it comes from not, feeling seen in childhood too. So it's
I feel like this has happened to not this exact scenario, but I feel like there's been so many situations where something had been happening that needed to be talked about or addressed, and I did say something, and then people were just like, oh, you're just trying to cause drama, you're just starting drama, you're just trying to get attention. It's like, no, like, this is a situation that needs to be stopped and talked about. And I'm sure that, like, that would be spin as well. But if you're in an uncomfortable situation, you need to speak up. And if they try to make you out to be like the villain, you need to just remove yourself.
Yeah, I agree. If you have friends that are telling you that when you're trying to say, hey, this person's harassing me or bothering me, then they're not good friends, and you should just remove yourself from the situation. And like you said, if the boyfriend says, okay, I believe my friend and not you, then you don't want to be with that guy anyway.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, you can't make someone believe you. I agree with you. Just remove yourself from the situation at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. All right. Solid advising. Moving on. All right. I, 26 female, missed a video call with a friend, 30 female, and told her I'd call her back in a couple of days. I called her back, and when she answered, she was actively sucking someone's pee-pee. Oh, I'm pretty sure she has some social awareness issues and as long as I've known her, up until now, I've immediately let her know her behavior wasn't socially appropriate, and we moved on. But it was mostly just saying out-of-pocket things until this sucking a pee-pee while answering a video call. And I really am not sure how to address it because I'm not sure she will understand why it was wrong. What should I do?
I'm sorry. No, she definitely knows that's wrong behavior.
That's a whole other level of no social awareness.
Listen, I don't think that's no social awareness. I think that's you wouldn't take my phone call earlier, so now you're getting this. Like, What else could that be? Like, who does that? I've never, ever, ever. I can't think of a single person in my life, and I work alongside sex workers.
Yeah, yep. I don't know any sex workers that would do that either, to be honest with you. Like, if I called my friend, a video call my friend, and they answered while they were doing, like, I can't imagine a scenario where that would happen.
All of my friends who do OF, who are strippers, burlesque dancers, full-on corn stars, none of them would do such a thing.
Nope,
Because
you're right.
what the hell?
Oh, that's so funny.
If she answered the video call, that is her basically being like, I want you to see this dick in my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not, hey girl, I'm busy doing something. I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you in like 20 minutes or something. Nope. What do you want? I can't talk. There's a dick in my mouth. Like, yeah, she's a little tongue-tied at the moment, so you can just talk while she listens, I guess. I don't know.
That's one way of putting it. I like it. I like that. Maybe the friend is hinting that they want her to join them. Yeah, maybe the boyfriend is like, yeah, your one friend's really hot. Like, let's see if we can get her in on it. What does she
expect her to do? To jump right in the car and get there before he, finishes?
I mean, yeah. She's probably like, look at how nice this penis is.
Do they live next door to each other? Because I feel like by the time she grabs her keys and gets in her car, let's say like she were to drop her phone and just head over there right then and there, he's probably gonna be finished by that time. Like, this didn't seem like, if that's the case, this is just bad planning.
Horrible planning. And also,
usually when you want a third, you want to have a conversation about that.
Yeah.
I've never been in that situation, but I assume you'd have a conversation about that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. You just say, hey, like, this is something we've been thinking about doing. Would you be interested? You don't answer the call and she can get there for round 2. Steve's like, no, I've thought this through. That is so funny. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to this one. I've got no idea. I don't know. Don't answer the phone. Tell your friends that was wildly inappropriate and don't do it. Oh my God, Franklin, stop it. She'd be able to speak quite clearly with me in her mouth, probably better than without it. Oh my God. Frank, why do you do this? That got you a Frank, please. I'm realizing I'm gonna start.
James Evans keeps saying she's on OF, but I'm telling you right now, every girl who I know who is in that industry would not do this.
No, it's not like that at all. Can you ask me? Can you?
Usually, I hate to toot my own horn, but if I'm usually at like a convention or a function, it's usually the people who are involved in that industry who are the most well-behaved.
Yes.
From my experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't, you don't, and also just because you're doing OF doesn't mean you're going to answer the phone, a video
with
call.
With a dick in your mouth.
Yeah, like that's not, you film it because it's a business. It's a very different thing. It's not, like everyone that I know does it. It's a business. Content is planned. It's shot ahead of time. Everything has been negotiated. And
I also
it's a very different thing.
And I have a lot of friends who are like in the burlesque industry and like they model, they do nude modeling. My friends who are in corn, like if we're hot for a living, we're not gonna be like doing those shenanigans 24/7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the amount of times where I've seen like girls that I follow who do OF or like the ones that I know in real life. Do you want to know what we look like when we're not filming?
Like this.
You don't look like a bum. You could never look like a bum.
This is me on the tail end of a flu being like, oh man, I told Xia I would show up tonight. I guess I'm not taking off my clothes for everyone.
You're so sweet.
But we're basically over here in our snuggies, watching old reruns of Twin Peaks and downing some ice cream, to be honest. Like, if we gotta look sexy on camera, like we usually like are like, I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to.
It's
Although
being
I don't know.
on and having to dress up and perform that when you're not doing that for work, which is a lot, you're like, oh, okay, now I just want to be. I just want to
also
melt into
like
the couch.
almost every girl I know who's like in the industry, whether it's like burlesque or OF or straight up corn or whatever, a lot of us are in monogamous relationships.
Yeah.
Because like the idea of like I don't know, like when you just like you get so used to like taking your clothes off for a living, you kind of just like chill out a little bit. You're like, oh, it gets old, you know? Or you kind of just want to sit down and like watch TV with your one favorite person and be done with it. So yeah, it's usually the people who try really hard to prove how moral they are and how well together they are. They're the ones with the kinky skeletons in their closet.
Yep, agreed. I never trust
just
any
saying,
of those politicians who are up there with their moral
when
grandstanding.
when I was involved in conservative media, almost every other person I knew, like in the media space, had some crazy stuff they were doing on the sidelines. And then now that I'm working in like this new industry, every girl I know is like, man, I can't wait to go home and put on some sweats and watch Star Trek. Like, it's a whole different world.
Yeah, absolutely. There have been times where I've like I remember when I went down to do Story Wars. Not Story Wars, sorry. Legion of Skanks. You know, I was, because you're presenting yourself and you're marketing yourself because you are your own product, right? And so I had a giant push-up bra on and a little tiny top, little crop top and my jeans or whatever. And I did the show and blah, blah, blah. And then afterwards I took pictures with everybody. And then as soon as I got in my car, and it's a decently long drive home for me. I'm like 3.5 hours from the city. So I drove 3.5 hours down.
Legion of Skanks is more libertarian, right?
Yeah,
they're not
sure.
like.
I mean, it's more just comedy. More than anything, it's really just.
They're
comedy.
not. Yeah, they're not. But they're not trying to be all like.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not political, really, in any way. But it was so fun. And then literally at the minute I got into the car, I took my bra off. I took my hair down. I took all of my jewelry out. I threw my hair up into a bun and I put like a little, like a big oversized sweater on. And I was like, oh. It felt so good. I was like, oh my God, I love this. It was the best feeling.
I have a question. When you like have a bra on with like bigger boobs, because you went from, I think, like A cup to like double D. When you have a bra on for like grab my tits, when you have a bra on for larger fake boobs, like, does the bra help with like security and making them like take the weight off of it, or is it better to take the bra off?
You know, I actually do like having a bra on, but I don't like the big like push-up bras because those are kind of uncomfortable. Like the way they push them up, you're just like, okay, that's a lot. It's like they're in my chest. But the or my clavicle, they are on my chest. But what I like is like a good supportive like sports bra type situation. Those feel nice.
That's what I was gonna say, because I would say I'm more in like the CD range in between there, and like I love a good sports bra because it just keeps them firm down. You don't feel the weight, but like when I wear a push-up bras, it feels like I'm being just like restricted. I can't move.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, no, you can't. It's you just want a little security without them being like squashed down to that level. But yeah, it is. We just want to be comfy. We just want to be comfortable. It's true when it becomes your job, and it's still something that I freaking love doing. Like I love doing it. I enjoy it so much. But because it's what you do for a living, 100% in your downtime, you're like, I'm not putting makeup on. I'm not doing my hair. We're not doing any of this.
I love when people comment on my videos like, you have a filter in this video. It's like, yeah, I don't want to spend 2 hours doing a full beat of makeup today and like doing this. That's the thing. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, I wake up in the morning looking like Paula Abdul, like looking fresh and clean on my face. Like, I get hormonal acne, and sometimes I have bags under my eyes, and sometimes my skin just looks a little blotchy because I'm dealing with something called an autoimmune disease. So
me too. Love it.
So I'm not going to look sparkly and pretty all the time. Sometimes I just want to do my eyeliner and don't want to put on fake eyelashes because the men might not realize this in the chat. But fake eyelashes are heavy and they're uncomfortable and they make you tired very, very quickly, in my opinion, because your eyelids are heavy. So the fact that we have this beautiful thing called filters that just add the eyelashes and make my acne scars go away by magic is a wonderful thing. And then I don't have to take off 3 layers off my face. It's great.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I do that sometimes too when I shoot content. Just photos though, not usually videos, because I don't have that. I guess I'm sure there are ones out there. I'll bother you for them after this. I'll be like, so what are they? But I'll sometimes face that makeup on if I'm not wearing any. I'm like, just add makeup. It looks great. They do a good job.
And like I'm not like changing my what I look like my whole face. I just
it
unfortunately I look exactly the same. Yeah. It's just
a little makeup.
It's a matter of like adding a little bit of shadow and a little bit of sparkle to my face to make me look more awake, you know?
Yeah.
And not look like I just rolled out of bed and didn't get my morning coffee, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Although I want to be like, honestly, it's the one thing I want to figure out with like cosplay. There are certain people in cosplay who can shapeshift with makeup.
I know.
And that is something I have not learned to do. And I feel like with what I do for a living, I should have learned how to do that by now. But it is incredibly hard. So when people are like, oh man, like you're basically catfishing with makeup, I'm like, do you know how hard it is to catfish with makeup?
Hard.
It is like hard. it is nearly you have to be trained to do that level of makeup. I wish I could. I wish I could turn into Anakin Skywalker. There's a girl, her name's Allison Tabitha. She is an amazing cosplayer. And she can really just, I mean, she's a beautiful girl. She doesn't need makeup. That's not the point of this. But she can turn herself into Johnny Depp. Like, she can turn herself into these characters. She's amazing. And that's just to the level that I would love to get to one day, honestly.
I agree with you. It is so impressive. I've seen girls, like you said, girls that put whatever makeup they do with the wig and everything, they don't look like themselves at all. They completely become the character. It is so impressive. I'm the same. I don't know. I know how to do makeup one way. I know how to make up one way, and I do my makeup like that every single day and every single time. The only thing that ever changes is sometimes I wear different color eyeshadows, but that's it. That's all. I put on a little bit of the doot foundation stuff. I put a little bit of bronzer here, a little bit of bronzer here, little here, and then I with a brush, and then I do my mascara. That's it. That's how I do my makeup every single time I do makeup, because I don't know how to do other kinds of makeup. I was raised by my father, Healer. It's true. I don't, and I've watched tutorials, but I just feel like I don't know how they do the blending.
So, as somebody who like went through the same scenario, because I didn't know how to do makeup until I walked into a Fox newsroom, and like the makeup lady taught me how to do my makeup, and she still did a bad job. Like, whenever I see like the Republican makeup trend videos on TikTok, I do laugh, because that is an actual thing where like, you know, they're not blending it properly and things like that. And I think what happened was when I got into cosplay and I met other people who like would do like the princess makeup for Disney, that's actually how I learned how to actually put a makeup for my face. And that's how I learned to like probably color correct and things like that. Because so it was actually cosplayers who taught me how to do my makeup. And the thing I've learned from blending is you can't put the product directly on your face. You got to put it on the back of your hand, because the warmth of your skin melts it and makes it easier. And then you get not a sponge. The sponge is for blending. You get a brush first. You get it on your hand and you put it all over your face. And then the sponge is for blending. And you have to do it all while it's still wet with the contour and the foundation, or else it's going to like come off kind of creasy. And that's how you do it.
See, I didn't know any of this. I didn't know any of this
either until I moved to Orlando. So
I was putting it directly on my face, and I'm like, okay, great. Oh, we lost her. We lost her again. I will wait for her to come back to read Ravenclaw's, because Ravenclaw does mention what we were talking about. Ravenclaw, thank you so very much. By the way, Republicans want makeup segregated too. There we go. Hello, welcome back.
Sorry, myself out. I got excited.
I've done that before too. I've totally done that before too. Ravenclaw donated 5 and he said, Hail Queen Heathen Xia of the Hawaiian Islands of America, Lady Ashton of the American lands. I love having conversations with girls who do spicy content in person at cons. Love to see their different sides than sex work. Love Asian. Simp, 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 simp. Thank you so much. Ravenclaw, thank you so much. It is, it's so funny because you do talk to them and they're just the most normal people ever, and they're so sweet and just completely normal. Like you said, most of them are in monogamous relationships. And
My favorite comment
very
is from
normal.
men. My favorite comment is from men who are like, no one's ever gonna marry a whore like you.
Yeah,
and
I see
I'm
that
like,
a lot.
you mean then who the hell gave me this wedding ring? Like, what the hell are you talking about?
I know. It's hilarious. I see that comment a ton, and I'm like, all of the ones I know are married.
And it's like, I've been in a monogamous relationship longer than you've been in any relationship. Like, what the hell are you talking about, sir?
No, I don't know. Some people just really, I don't know. I'm not really sure what it is about it that some people hate, but some people just really hate it. But I don't know why. That's the thing.
I mean, what I've realized is that people like to make comments on other people when either they haven't figured out their own situation, or they don't want to look at their own problems in life.
Yeah.
And this is me speaking from experience, but it's usually how it goes. It's usually coming from people who are either A, not in a happy relationship or not in a relationship at all, or B, people who don't feel confident in themselves, so they feel the need to tear down what other people are doing despite being happy with it.
Yeah, that makes
So that's usually how the story goes, because a lot of people that I know who do speak from a moral Christian standpoint, they usually don't care what I personally do for a living. They'll say, hey, like, just so you know, I don't agree with this morally. Jesus loves you. I hope you find Jesus. And they ended at that. Because they're too focused with their own lives and their own family and their relationship with God to be focusing on what I'm doing, Well,
yeah, and I personally just don't care what anyone else does.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just like, all right, do what you got to do. I don't know. It's not affecting me any. Like, if you don't like the product, you don't have to buy it. You don't have to watch it. That's fine. Like, no one's forcing you to do this. It's like they're mad because they can't control themselves. Maybe, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Ravenclaw made a really interesting comment. They said, it helps me filter my behavior towards them. Like on OF, I can really talk dirty to them, and in person I can talk normal to them. That's because, Ravenclaw, you have the amazing ability to understand how parasocial relationships work, and you're not weird about it. Congratulations. I have many, I've had people come up to my booth and like tell me that like they want to marry me, they want to date me, or I've had like situations where it's been very rare. I've had like stalker, even before I did OF, I've had stalker situations where like people just saw me on the internet and decided they're going to marry me, and they would show up to like a conventions I was at one day. And like that's the thing, is I do fear that parasocial relationships, and like we have this weird thing about a misunderstanding of how social things work with the internet. But yeah, there seems to be a huge, which is why I'm very public about me being married and me like having a relationship, and that like everything I do on OF is me being a character essentially.
Yeah, I'm also very transparent about that as well. And I've had people say, like, oh, you shouldn't have said you were married. First of all, I've been podcasting and hosting and doing all this stuff far longer than I've been doing OF. Far longer. And so for me, that's always been out there. So I've had people like say that, they're like, you ruined the fantasy. And I was like, but
it's a fantasy.
It's a fantasy. Like, you can still have it.
Right. The thing is, we're aware that we're catering to a fantasy, but that's what it is. It's a fantasy. And I think what's more dangerous is a lot of creators don't want to disrupt that fantasy because it makes them more money. But one, it puts them in, it can put them in danger, because I've seen so many girls end up in really messed up situations. Like, I've been watching the Playboy Murders hosted by Holly Madison, which has been really interesting. And a lot of it is usually a result of like parasocial relationships. And it's also just like it's unfair to your audience. Like I've been trying to do this new thing on my OF where I do a stream like weekly where I kind of I haven't been doing as much as I used to since I've been so sick, but I try to do a stream where I teach men how to set up their dating profiles and
Oh,
how to
that's sweet. I
talk
like
to men
that.
on dating profiles. So I recognize that like what I do is to fulfill a fantasy and whatnot, but I also recognize that the target audience that my OF caters to, they might not understand how to talk to women. They might want some help in that regard. So like that's kind of what I've been offering
I like
as
that.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's really nice. We did get two more. We did get two more. Guys, we're at 130, by the way. We're 70 away. Two more came in. Franklin for 20, an orange boy from Mr. Franklin. He said, it's refreshing to hear two gorgeous women talk about their quote unquote flaws. Just know that mortal women aren't even a pimple on your perfect booties. Frank, that's very sweet of you. To say, it's funny though, we are very I like, I think when you're a girl and just, I'm sure guys do this too in general. We're so much harder on ourselves than anyone else is. Like, we notice all of our flaws, all of our perceived flaws. Like, I notice when my skin is being bad, like Ashton said, when there's bags under my eyes, if I haven't slept well, if my skin is just bad, or if I'm having a Hashimoto's flare up and my face gets puffy and my skin is just shit. It's so annoying. But yeah, there's 100% days where I'm like, oh my God, I don't want anyone to see this hideous face. But I guarantee you a lot of people, yes, healer, of course. A lot of people are like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, nobody's harder than on Frank than Frank. Seriously. Franklin, you are so hard on yourself. But thank you so much, Frank. That's another orange boy from Franklin. You are so sweet. I saw someone ask me, Black Hole Sun, in chat if I would be super nervous to host the AVN Awards. Yeah, I mean, I would do it. It'd be so cool. But yeah, I'd be nervous as hell. I'd be freaking out, but I would do it because that would be a very cool experience. They would never have me, but it would be very awesome. It would be awesome. And then we got another 5 from Mr. Tiki the Mighty. Tiki the Mighty, thank you so very much for the 5er. And he said, content hotel is garbage without you two. Aw, I'm sure that's very sweet of you to say to us, but I'm sure it's awesome and everybody's having a really good time there. There's a lot of people down there, right? I think like Ant is there. Dave Landau is there. Violent Brandani was supposed to be there, but I think she ended up making it, maybe. Possibly. Backhand. That was with we added the 25s. It's 130 now. Sorry, I wanted to add the 25 from the gifted membership so that now the total is including those 2 donations that had come in already. So are there really 800 people there? Or
content at the content house?
Or is that just 130? Thank you. From what I've seen and heard, it's drama filled. Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, what? We talked with the content house?
The content hotel, because it's at a hotel, and so the fans went
Oh.
and got rooms there too.
Oh, see, I could not. I don't think I
shows.
could handle that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I would be so concerned if people found out like where a hotel room is, and like I would be so concerned about that.
yeah, that kind of
be
stuff makes
honest.
me nervous too. I'm a nervous Nelly. I'm an anxious nervous Nelly.
Not that there's anything wrong with the fans. It's just there's always that one person who
Yeah.
like doesn't read the room. Like I remember we were in I'm not gonna say any names because this person did not mean any harm.
Okay.
But we were in Anime Matsuri, and I was with, I'm not gonna say the names because I reveal who this guy was, but I was with 2 other fellow creators at Anime Matsuri. And we were walking around. We were like, oh my gosh, let's go check out the food trucks in Houston. And so we were walking around, and this guy just shows up and starts talking to us. And I'm thinking, oh, like he must be friends with one of the other 2 girls. And eventually we get away from this guy, and I find out that the other 2 girls don't know him, and that they assumed that he was with me or,
no.
And so I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy just totally just jumped in on hanging out with us. And like, we were all talking about very private things about our lives.
Oh no.
And like, we were just like, and it was a fan, and like we just didn't know. And so like I was kind of positioned of like, okay, like we need to make sure we communicate whether we know the person or not. Like this is like really
Yeah, you use like
important.
a code word.
But like the whole weekend he would not like he would sort of like start following us places, and you know, like we would have to go to like meetings or whatnot. We'd have to like go do private stuff.
Yeah.
And like, or simply we want to go take a nap in the hotel room, and like people would just start following us, and I'm like, this is too much. And I don't know, like that's the thing about the hotel scene that really bugs me. It hasn't happened at any of the Galaxy cons I've done, but it's only really happened to Anime Matsuri, to be honest.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where if it's going to be a public event and open to people, like you said, a lot of people are cool. Most people are cool. But
Yeah.
then it's just that one person where you're like, "Oh crap."
Yeah.
I also had a really weird fan interaction at the Legion of Skanks recording.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of those where like probably should have handled it better. But it was someone that was like, "Oh, I'm such a big fan." And I was like, "Oh, wow, thank you so much." And they asked if they could have a hug and get a picture. So I gave him a hug, and the hug wasn't like their hand was just a little too low around the waist and a little too tight, where I was like, "Oh, okay."
Ooh.
And then when we were taking the picture, also hands down here, and they're like pulling me super close, where I'm like, "Okay, this is a lot, guy." And then he wanted to take a picture afterwards, and he's like, "Can I pick you up?" And I was like, "Yeah, no." Like,
Okay.
do you not understand that? Like, I'm a human person. I'm not a doll that you can. Yeah. It was a
Yeah.
lot. He was probably excited, but it was a lot. Like, I was just like, okay, that made me nervous.
Yeah.
Like, and no, you cannot pick me up. Why would you think you could pick me up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. No, people can always come up and say hi. Like, please don't feel like you can't come up and say hi. And I'm especially if I know you from chat or something. Healer, you pick Nick up. Yeah, you do that. Say, like, I swear I'm friendly. I'm just awkward in person. I'm way more awkward in person than you would probably think. But yeah, maybe don't pick me up. That's all. Maybe we don't do that in person. Yeah, the parasocial problem. I know, Ravenclaw, that's the parasocial part, is where you're like, "Oh, maybe don't do that. Maybe don't do that." But anyway, we're going to talk about some weight issues. Hi, Lisa.
Oh no.
I know, weight issues.
My favorite.
Yeah. Fright Club, you're a sweetheart. Me, 25 male, and my fiance, 24 female, have been together for 3 years now. She wasn't fit, but normal when we first met each other. She's been gaining weight since then. While I'm somewhat fit, she's now hit around 260 pounds, and she's 5'6". She's losing all attraction in my eyes with her weight gain. I'm not even going to get started about how unhealthy her lifestyle is now. I brought this up many times. I motivate her all the time, and I even booked an online coach and diet for her, but she's just lazy and would quit in literally 3 days. When I bring it up, she's resistant, and she expresses that I'm stressing her out. FYI, she works full-time from home. We're planning to get married by next year. I truly love her, and she loves me back, but I never expressed to her that I'm gradually losing attraction because I don't want to hurt her feelings or make her insecure. I'm just living with the fact that she's gaining weight and will gain more weight with her current lifestyle. I guess I'd rather live with it than it hurt her feelings because this is who I am. But I still need your advice if there's anything I can do to have her go back to her glowing version, or what caused this in the first place, because I don't want to see her suffer 5 years from now with diabetes, etc. And also for our future kids to grow up in a healthy home. She got checked out and it's not medical. She just eats a lot. Yikes.
Okay, I hate this guy, first of all. I'm sorry. I just feel like if your main concern in a relationship is like if you're sexually attracted to her based on the weight, then obviously it's not gonna work out. I shouldn't say I hate this guy. That was a little like alarming to me. I just feel like when you're marrying someone, it's for better or worse in sickness or health. And if you're already having these issues thinking about going forward before you're married, then it's not going to work out, obviously. But I also feel like my main question is, are you going to the gym? Are you being like, are you just encouraging her to go to the gym and eating healthy, or are you going to be doing it with her? Right? Like, if you're trying to get your fiance in a healthier lifestyle, well, are you also bringing a healthy
He said
lifestyle
that
to the
he's healthy
table?
and fit. He said he works out and eats well and hasn't gained any weight, so he's fit.
And they eat every meal together?
I don't know. I mean, I guess if he works a day job and she works from home, she's probably eating at home when he's not there. Like if he's out of the house, so they could be eating dinner together, but maybe not the rest of the meals. And that's the tough thing is like you can't really control what someone else eats. Like you
My
can make
question is, why did
suggestions.
she start eating out of nowhere? Like, it has to be a stressor.
There could be a stressor. It could be a stressor. It could be the fact that she's comfortable in the relationship, maybe. I'm not like 100% on this guy's side, but I'm a little more on this guy's side than you are. I actually think that he's making some very good points. And not to say that you're not either, like in sickness and in health. I wouldn't care about
And
some
here's the
weight
thing, it's
gain.
like,
And if it was a sickness, but she's been to the doctor, she got checked out. It's not a sickness, it's not an illness. He still loves her. He's like willing to live with this. But he's losing his attraction to her, and that there's not really something that you can do about that. Like if you're not attracted to larger people, you're not attracted to larger people. So if the person that you're with becomes a completely different person, I mean, 260 pounds that's big, man. She should be like
5'6".
130. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like 100 pounds overweight. That's not just a little bit.
Because when I was
That's
when I was getting really sick from medications, when I first like started going through treatments and stuff, and like I could not get out of bed, like it was so bad, and like I gained a little weight because I wasn't eating healthy. I was like, kind of just eating whatever like was convenient because I just didn't want to leave the house. I didn't like want to like leaving the bed. My husband was really big on going to the gym and getting like my health back in order, but like he would encourage me to go to the gym, and if I just couldn't get out of bed because I was so sick and go to the gym, then he would insist that he cook the dinners and that he basically control the meal planning, so that way, at one, I didn't have to worry about meal planning because I was so sick, and two, by my husband eating with me and like doing these things with me, it made it a lot easier to get my health back on track, which is why I kind of like say that. I'm like, okay, if you really want your fiance's to get her health back on track, you kind of have to do this as a team.
Yeah, I agree, but it sounds like he's paid for her to get online coaches and diet and meal plans. It seems like she's just not interested.
Yeah, but like, but online coaching and diet plans, that's kind of like one of those things that's not. I'm talking about like emotional support is like the biggest key in this kind of thing,
Yeah, that would help. I think if he comes at it from a perspective of like, let's work out together, like let's go do this together, he can control her. Like he can make healthy dinners, but if she's working from home all day, like he can't control what she eats in that time period, at least. So that's the only thing.
I mean, Andrew would go to work and I would be stuck at home as well. But at the same time, like, I just wasn't eating because like, or I wasn't eating healthy because I just couldn't get out of bed because I was so sick. So
that's different though. Yours is a completely different situation. That is, an illness. She's not sick. She's just overeating.
I'm just trying to understand, like, I'm trying to get her perspective as well. I feel like there's more to the story. Like, why is she now overeating? Like, what's going on?
There could be a root to it, or it could just be because she got comfortable, or maybe she's depressed. So maybe he does need to get to the root of it. Maybe he needs to say, hey, do you want to talk to a therapist, a psychiatrist, like whatever it is. It could be something like that. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, Billy is right too. He can't be her jailer. If she doesn't want to do it, he can't make her do it. You can't help people who don't want to be helped. I mean, that's a very similar thing with like my sister and the whole drug thing. She now is doing really amazing because she wants to. But when she was in the middle of it, no amount of interventions or trying to get her to go to rehab or anything like that worked because she didn't want to do it. It's the same sort of thing. Like they have
Right.
to want it. Then you can support them. Then you can meal prep with them and you guys can work out together or find some activity or something that you like. But he does need to talk to her about it because it could very well be depression.
Yeah.
Because that happens. I don't think Cece's watching tonight. I think she's probably, I don't know if she's still at work, but she's, what is it? It's 4:00 there. She could still be at work. I don't know though. Healer for 5. Healer, thank you. He said, I figured it out. His fiance is on Treat Stream and Frank found her. Also, I need you to send this $5 back. Thank you.
Frank is my main supporter on Treat Stream.
Oh my God, Frank is just feeding everybody on Treat Stream. Frank!
Frank, your feeder obsession has been exposed.
He does it to Courtney too. I'll be streaming and Courtney will be in the chat. Also, I don't know if I said hi to Courtney. Hi, Courtney. I'm so sorry. I don't I did. Did I say
Frank is a feeder?
But
he's got a feeding kink.
He's sending blizzards to her all the time. One time she didn't get blizzards, she got a chicken snack wrap. I know Frank is just responsible for feeding all the sexy ladies. This is why I do not have Treat Stream, because I already know. And I am like in the middle of semi-dieting right now because I have
I'll never give my treat stream. Are you kidding me? I love being fed by people.
I can't do it. I would be huge. I love food. I would be so giant. I can only send what you put on there. Frank, what if I put like protein drinks on there? Frank's Italian is showing food equals love. That's true.
It's true. It's his love language.
It is. It's really freaking sweet.
Frank being Italian and then having a black and white tuxedo cat as his profile picture is so telling.
I know.
I feel like every Italian family has a tuxedo cat.
Do they really? I like that.
They do.
That.
I don't know what it is. My grandmother had a tuxedo. Every Italian I know has a tuxedo cat.
I want all the cats, but yeah, a tuxedo cat. Okay, I have to go to Nick with it. Nick is Italian. He'll be on board. Courtney said, thankfully, I already complained about being full on bacon and banana bread sandwiches. That sounds so good.
Bacon and banana bread?
Yes. Did you put some peanut butter on that? What did you put on that? Tell me more about these sandwiches. We're at 135. We are just 65 away from Bikini. I have to pee really badly, so I'm gonna be back in like 1 second. My apologies.
I will host.
Thank you. You are amazing.
I will host.
Thank you.
Okay, we need to talk about these bacon and banana bread peanut butter sandwiches. What the hell? What are you doing? What do you mean you're putting bacon on banana bread?
That sounds so good.
Ah, man, she's listening. We can't talk shit about her now. Damn it. Courtney says, I made the banana bread with love and donut flavored protein powder. Anytime I hear something's made. Okay, are you on the part of like protein diet TikTok where like everything is made with cottage cheese?
Like I've seen that before, and I've made a couple of things out of cottage cheese, and it works sometimes. Sometimes it does not work. You don't have to put it in everything.
It's just in everything now. It's like, I remember like when like black bean brownies were a huge thing, and like
if you're gonna eat a brownie, just eat the damn brownie.
Yeah.
Just eat a brownie.
Here's the thing. I'm trying to get better at the gym. My husband's a gym rat. He's brilliant in the gym. Like I was mentioning earlier, like if I go to the gym, it's because Andrew's pressed me to go to the gym. I am so unfit. It's insane. I am blessed with an amazing metabolism.
I'm jealous.
And one of these days it's gonna be gone. And I am just, well, I don't know. I got hyperthyroids like crazy. So but like one of these days, I'm gonna blow up like a balloon, and I'm gonna be so sad I didn't listen to my husband encouraging me to eat better every once in a while. Here, Ashton, eat a salad. No, I want Doritos.
I want Doritos.
I want red dye 40 and an IV fluids.
I figured out a decent. So I have the opposite problem. I have hypothyroidism from the Hashimoto's that attacks my thyroid. So it's not making enough of the hormone production. So the fact that I've lost as much weight as I have is impressive, but it still took me a year. It took me a year to lose 8 pounds, which is insane. And I'd like gained so much weight. But right now I'm having to be so careful until I can get on medication, which my doctor's office called me and they're like, hey, call us back, because they got all of the blood test results back in. And I could already look at them. I could see my TPO is high as hell. My T3 and T4 are low. So like I need to get on it. They're like, call us back at the office. We close at 5. I called at 3:30 and the office was closed. I was like, what the hell is this shit? So I'm just like trying to get back on it. But anyway, I have the opposite problem. And so I'm like working. I have to be so careful right now. But before that was an issue, my thyroid started like tanking. I had a pretty good system where I ate pretty healthy about 80% of the time. I was doing good. And then I just would, I'd have Doritos, I would have cake, I would have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but it was like I had it balanced out enough where I never gained weight. It was like perfect. And then because I also like working out a lot. I'm a gym rat myself. And I had it. I had that 80-20 and it worked. And now I can't do that right now. It sucks. I want Doritos. We got another 10 from RJP. RJP, thank you so much for a golden shower bird. The red and black is a good combination on you, Xia. Thank you with 3 hearts. Thank you so much. It's September. It's pre-Halloween. We're pre-Halloweening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Halloween all year round for me. So
thank you. I mean, it's the best part. Franklin, also thank you. It's the best part.
I hate when people are like, oh my gosh, guys, only a few more days till Halloween. I'm like, no, you're counting down to the end.
Yeah.
You're counting down to the end. Like pre-Halloween's the best time.
This is the best time. This is where I've started. It's happening now. I'm putting out my Halloween decoration.
Because like the day of Halloween, it's like, oh, great. It ends in a few hours and all you have to show for is giving candy to kids. See, kids plan for Halloween the day of. Adults get Halloween for like 2 months straight.
May as well take advantage of it. Absolutely. Yeah. So we're doing it's time. It's happening. Another 5 from Tiki the Mighty. Tiki the Mighty, thank you so much. He said, we have a tuxedo cat and we joke about how he's a little Guido with how he acts. I want to see a little Guido tuxedo cat. What does he do? Thank you so much. We're at 150. We are just 50 away from Bikini, and I am going to put on a spooky bikini. I am.
Woo-hoo!
Healer, you're going to live to Halloween. Did you schedule your biopsy yet? You have to.
What? Biopsy for what?
Healer has cancer in his bum. He has it's in his prostate. He has a lesion on his prostate. So for anyone who didn't know, October 7th. Okay. God, that's too freaking long. They need to get it together.
Too far away.
What the hell? October 7th? Jeez. Frank, I don't know. Maybe you're not actually Italian. Do you guys not have a tuxedo cat? Or is it? Wait, no, you do have a tuxedo cat. What am I talking about?
Yes,
have you not heard of this as a thing?
Picture.
Healer has a legion of men in his butt. Oh shit! Fright Club's birthday is the 8th. No, Healer's gonna be good. Hi CW. If you DM nudes to Healer, he will live longer, probably. Damn, Healer, you got CW trying to wingman for you hard. Impressive stuff, my friends. All right, let's do another one. Oh boy. All right. So this girl said, wearing a bikini for the first time around. Normally I dress 2 different ways around my guy and girlfriends. With my girlfriends, I wear skirts, fitted clothes, etc. Clothes that show some skin in my figure because I feel more comfortable wearing whatever around girls. But with the guys, I'm a bit more of a tomboy. They've only ever seen me wear baggy clothes, sweats and stuff, but they invited me to the beach. Normally I would wear a shirt or those swim shorts that cover up well. But one of my girls convinced me to try to be more confident in my body. So we went to buy bikinis. God, I felt so nervous and exposed. She wears whatever she wants and shows her goods off. I'm more self-conscious with my body. Somehow she convinced me to get a bikini, a 2-piece, not a 1-piece. It's like those string ones that really show 95% of your figure. I didn't really want to get it, but she said it would do me good to look hot. So I got it. Now the thought of wearing that around my bros is nerve-wracking. I don't know how they'd react or if I'll look silly, but I I want to do this to boost my confidence. Some tips for this would really help. Also, for the weirdos, please stop DMing me weird requests asking for pictures of me in a bikini.
I mean, if it's something she wants to do, then I was gonna say, oh, that friend's really being pushy about bikini, but if something that she wants to do, then I say just like go ahead and get it over with. Like, just if you bought the bikini, you might as well wear it, you know? Or like if like have it like bring a baggy t-shirt in case like you really don't feel comfortable once you take it off, and like get it on the bikini. Just put the t-shirt over you when you don't feel comfortable enough, you know?
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. Start off with a big t-shirt over it. And then if you feel comfortable enough to take it off or put it back on if you need to. It's gonna be like that moment in Eurotrip where what's her face takes off her clothes.
Michelle Trachtenberg.
Yes,
R.I.P.
And she takes off her dress or her clothes or whatever, and she's wearing the bikini under, and it's the first time that I'm so bad with names, but the friend, they end up together afterwards, notices that she's a hot girl, and he's like, oh my God.
Imagine not knowing Michelle Trachtenberg was hot the whole time. I mean, to be fair, she's really annoying in Buffy. Like, really annoying in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Really? I hate Dawn. I hate Dawn so much. The whole premise of Dawn's existence doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna spoil Buffy for anyone out there who's never watched the show.
I haven't.
I'm watching the show right now because I've seen the movie a million times. My dog is named after that Buffy.
Yeah.
But the show has really great points. Like, the show has great parts of the plot. I enjoy season 1. I love Spike. He's my favorite character in the whole series. But there gets to a point where they have like a random sister, and they explain what the sister is, basically. But she's played by Michelle Trachtenberg, and she's so annoying. And I'm like, what was the purpose of adding this character or this thing? Or it's just, I hate it.
That's so funny. Oh my God. So I haven't seen it, but I was thinking about trying to start it because, excuse me, sorry, I like yawning now. Woo! God, I think about starting it because we're in spooky season, and now I feel like now's the time to start that show, and everybody talks about it, so I need to watch it. So I feel
like Buffy's a good all year round show, though. Like, there's vampires in it, but it doesn't feel like it's Halloween. Like, so, you know how Sabrina is like, this is a Halloween show?
Oh, I love that show, though.
Yeah. But Buffy feels like you can watch it all year round, honestly.
All right, cool. I mean, I was thinking about starting it this time because it's one of those that I haven't seen. Backhand is very upset because he loves what's her character's name? Dawn. He said he loves Dawn. Yeah. Back to this girl, I do think that if she starts off in a one piece and then she could go to a two piece just to like slowly get in there. It sounds like, she just wants to feel a little bit more confident in her body. And I think the more that she gets into wearing them, the more confident she'll become with them. Because I got to tell you, I'm not the most confident person with everything. That being said, I feel at home in a bikini because I grew up in them. Literally I had two pieces when I was like 6 or 7 because I didn't, think anything of it. It's Hawaii. Everyone's wearing a bikini. So yeah, I would say the more you do it, the more comfortable you are. I love bikinis. I love being in them. There's a reason that I wear them on stream. They make me happy. Only on season 2. Interesting. I want to watch it. All right, moving on. Dun, 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 dun. Wear the bikini. Girl, I'm a 36 female, married with a toddler, a stable job, a house in the suburbs of a mid-sized city, living the American dream. I'm American, by the way, but I am bored. There was a time just 8 years ago when I lived in New York City. I was 60 pounds lighter. I was single and engaged in personal development. I read, I painted, and most of all, I effed around. I was alone and a little depressed, but I was hot and I was having fun. I had a tiny apartment, but it was all mine, filled with art and knickknacks and my clutter and moments of beauty. The world was at my fingertips. I miss being able to be a little irresponsible. I miss flirting. I miss staying up all night painting. I miss public transportation. I'm trying to remind myself that I wasn't 100% happy then, but the desire I feel when I think about this time in my life is very strong and painful. I am so lame now. How do I solve this? Oh.
I think, and I kind of understand like what this person is going through, even though I'm younger than this person. I think what they're craving is a time in their life where there was endless possibilities and they didn't know what was coming next.
Yes.
And now they're very stable. They have a lot of their things together and they're not really it feels like the adventure is now met. And my best advice is to constantly find something new to develop or create that is going to create a new adventure out of itself. And I think that's what they need to do.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
Take up something
100%.
new.
Yeah. I could not have given better advice. 100%. I don't have a lot to add to that other than to just start trying to maybe romanticize the things in your life a little bit now. Start painting.
Mm-hmm.
You might not be able to stay up all night painting because you have a toddler, but if you get moments to paint a little bit. You can't live in the city again, but if you were lonely then and a little bit sad, yeah, you weren't 100% happy. I would say even now, if you feel like, you've gained weight and you're not happy with yourself, lose the weight. Like you can do
Mm-hmm.
that. Moms do that. I go to a women's gym that I really love going there. It's such a nice environment and such a nice what's the word I'm looking for? Community. Such a nice
Mm-hmm.
community, but their big thing is they have like mom classes and I don't go to those because I'm not a mom, but they have women that come in with their babies and work out. And they do like workouts to like slowly get so like there are things that you can find to do that, like that you can find. And I understand that it's hard, but you have one baby and I see women do this all the time. So I believe that you can figure it out. Start exercising, start painting again. And yeah, find, like Ashton said, find something new that you really would excite you. Start playing in a band or something. I don't know. Something like
I
that.
agree.
Something fun. Tiki the Mighty with another 10. Tiki, thank you so much. He said, I had an age-appropriate crush on Michelle Trachtenberg when she was Nona on The Adventures of Pete and Pete. By the time Buffy came out, my newer age-appropriate crush was Eliza Dushku as Faith. I know Eliza Dushku, but as Faith, what character is that? Do you know,
Faith
Ashton?
is like, so Faith is the character that comes in and she's like the other Slayer. So like
Gotcha.
Buffy dies but then doesn't die. And so what happens is there'll only be one Slayer, but then there's like a mess up. And so Faith comes in, she's like, I'm the Slayer actually. And then she's kind of like, I just realized she's also the girl from Bring It On. Why did I just now realize this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure
I'm
sure that's where you and she's also in Wrong Turn and a bunch of other stuff from like the early 2000s. But she's like the anti-Buffy. So Buffy is very much like, the best way to describe it is Buffy is Clark Kent as Faith is to Supergirl.
Gotcha.
So Buffy's very much like, I'm gonna do good by humanity. I'm gonna do the right thing. Whereas Faith is like, no, I'm just here to fuck up some vampires. So like that's like the difference between the two of them. A better example is, if you haven't read the Superman comics, is Faith is Magneto and Buffy is Professor X.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. So she's the like, yeah, get it done by whatever means necessary. It doesn't matter if we're doing some bad stuff, no matter, as long as in the end it's the means the ends justify the means, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas
Okay.
Buffy is like, we need to do the right thing for humanity, but also if there's like a vampire who might actually be good, we have to reconsider that. And then Faith is like, no, fuck this. We're just kill all vampires no matter what, even if some people die.
Gotcha.
So,
okay. I see. All right. Okay. Eliza Dushku is like a big crush for a lot of guys and Bring It On. I know that much.
mm-hmm.
I never saw The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Do you know what that is?
I've never seen that. No.
No, I'm trying to like. I'm wondering if that's
Yeah.
obviously something that I missed. I just want to look it up really quick. Adventures
I didn't
of
realize she was in Wrong Turn.
Pete and Pete. Yeah, I've never seen this. It's on Nickelodeon, The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Yeah, I do not remember this. Oh, wow. Oh, it first came out in 1989. Okay, so it was a little before my time, so that makes sense that I didn't see it. It had Michelle Trachtenberg. That's the only person in there that I recognize. Huh. All right. And age appropriate. I like how you're like, no. I was the same age at the time. Tiki the Mighty, you're hilarious. I love that you clarified that. You're like, no, it was it was fine. But yeah, Eliza Dushku was a big one for a lot of people. Definitely a bring it on. 5 from Billy. Billy, thank you so much. Zia's such a Hawaiian blonde. She has to put her shoes in a bikini to tie them. How did you know, Billy? Damn it. Stop telling people. It's embarrassing. We are at 165. We are 35 away from getting into Bikini. If the streak goes on, it is 286. 286 tonight. She was in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I know it's been a while since I've seen that, but how do I not remember? Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I feel like I would have remembered that.
Yeah, I'm like, it's been a while since I've seen that movie, but still, geez. Yeah, this girl just needs to find some exciting stuff to do, because if she went back to that life that she was living, going back to that 8 years ago when she was living in New York City and she had a tiny apartment and, she was hot or whatever, she would be unhappy there too. I think it's just about finding a balance, a little bit about what you want in your life,
It's a matter of like constantly being on the search for something you're looking for.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Is like now she's fulfilled her life. She's not like the same 22-year-old where she's like, I have no idea what's going to be like tomorrow. The adventure continues. And the adventure's kind of met of like what she assumed the end would be for her at 22. So now she has to like find a new adventure basically.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe, it can't, maybe it's not just motherhood for every girl. Like sometimes people want to be mothers, but they don't want that to be their whole life. And I think that's totally fine. I mean, look at Chrissy. She's a mom and she's still doing all kinds of, she put on a whole content hotel. She's doing stand-up. She still does her streams, her podcasts. Like it, it's, you can do it. Steve, I freaking love Firefly. It is one of my favorite
love
shows.
Firefly.
I am so upset that it was I guess canceled.
Well, blame Buffy.
Was it Buffy?
So Joss Whedon was basically told you gotta choose one or the other for budgeting. And so Buffy was doing significantly better in numbers. And so I still stand by this. I think if we continued Firefly fans would have been very upset because I think Buffy got worse after season 1. And Firefly, I do fear that if we got season 2, it might not have been as good as season 1, and it would have been a letdown. And so maybe it's a good thing Firefly ended after 1 season. Because think about it. Think about all the sequels that come out and all the remakes. And like there's so many shows that I think of like, man, this was so good season 1 and 2, and then season 3 and 4 flopped, But like I still think Firefly ended way too soon because like to be fair, season 1 did end as if we were gonna get a season 2. So
I know. I'm honestly the thing with Firefly is that it didn't get bad, you're right. But yeah, we never got a real ending. And the movie's
not a real ending, and I stand by this. The
No.
movie is not a real ending because it doesn't answer every single question from season 1. And yeah, they all die in the end, so it gives us an ending, but there's still no in between season 1 and the movie.
Yeah,
like
we
it's
needed
just
at least
there's
one more season.
No, there's so many unanswered questions from season 1.
I know.
What do you mean?
I know. And it was season 1 was so, in my opinion, it's like a perfect season. It's a perfect season of a show if it had at least continued. I didn't know that. I didn't know that that's why it got discontinued. I love
Joss Whedon had to choose between the two, and he chose Buffy because Buffy was like his love child. Because when the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie came out, Joss Whedon hated Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, which makes me very angry because I love the movie Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, in my opinion, has unanswered questions from the show because, in my opinion, the show is almost too polished because it's almost too serious. Right?
Yeah.
It's why I love the movie so much because Buffy as a character in the show feels she's almost too good at what she does. And there's bits and pieces of the show they have flashbacks because when you meet her, she already knows she's the Slayer. She's already well trained. She already takes her job very seriously. Whereas the movie, you meet her as this ditzy cheerleader who doesn't know she's a vampire slayer yet. She doesn't know she's the chosen one. She's like basically just hang out the mall and like be a typical valley girl in Southern California. And you get to see her as a young girl go from like, I don't care about anything in the world but myself to, oh, I have this great responsibility and duty to the world. And you see that character development that we don't really see on such a level in the show because she's already developed. And that's why I love the movie. And so, yeah, there's things about the movie that are kind of dumb and ditzy and stupid, but it's about a cheerleader who hunts vampires, you know?
Right.
And I feel like Joss Whedon, by trying to remove that, takes away from the importance of the character herself. So, I don't know. There's things that are missing from the movie or things that are missing from the TV show. And funny enough, they both have elements that actually work really well together, but they're missing the elements from the other one, if that makes sense. So
yeah, I see what you're saying. No, I see exactly what you're saying.
Oh, and of course it has Pee Wee Herman in it. And I love Paul Rubens.
Oh, I gotta watch this.
So much.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'll start with the movie. I'll watch the movie first, and then I'll watch the show because I'm curious. I hear people talk about the movie a lot as well, and obviously that's the original that came first.
One of my first cosplays was Buffy.
Oh,
like that specific Buffy. I made the cheerleading outfit, but it's just there's I wish we, in a perfect world, we use both elements that are important to the show and the movie, and it would just be a perfect combination.
Yeah. I kind of wonder why they didn't do that. I guess Joss Whedon went the opposite with that.
Joss Whedon wanted it to be more serious. And I'm like, dude, like, but you're writing about a vampire slayer who's a cheerleader named Buffy. Like, there has to be at some point you recognize where the overlap is. Like, you can't just jump into her knowing exactly who she is as a person. You know?
Yeah. I you know what? I actually agree with you. You need a little character development, 100%.
Which he does play with in a flashback to when she finds out she is the Slayer. But that's it. It's just one flashback. And I'm like, man, I really wish like the first season was her being that bimbo.
I can still hear you.
Yeah.
I'm just changing into a bikini, but please go on. I didn't want to interrupt. We hit bikini. Go up. Please go on.
Oh, not to mention, like, I love her instructor in the first one because it is Donald Sutherland. And he's like a horror legend. I like Giles in the show as well, but I just feel like, oh, typical British guy who's like here to tell you what I feel like, I don't know. I liked her instructor a lot better in the movie.
Ooh, okay. All right, guys, it's gonna be a spooky one. It's time. It's happening. We're starting.
Is it bats or pumpkins? That's the real question.
And we shall find out. And I will thank everybody that donated to get us to the goal too, you guys. Thank you so freaking much for keeping this streak alive. The streak is alive. It's alive.
Oh my gosh, is it Frankenstein?
Oops, sorry. I had to take my thing out really quickly. I missed it. What did you say?
Is it Frankenstein?
It's
is your
not
bikini
Frankenstein, but it is green. It is green.
Is it green with bats?
It's not bats.
Is it zombies?
I don't think so. It's more like... All right, hold on.
Is it monsters? Is it... So what is it? Is it Shrek?
Is it Shrek? It's kind of.
Wait, I have that same bikini.
You have the same bikini. Yay!
It looks like a jack-o'-lantern, like
It does
green
look like
jack-o'-lantern.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. I think it's a green jack-o'-lantern. You guys, thank you so much. This one came from Franklin. Oh, it's a scarecrow. Duh. Thank you, Anthony. It's a scarecrow.
It's a green scarecrow.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I know it's a lot, but it covers everything it needs to cover. I love this bikini. And you know what?
It's so cute.
Thank you. And I've since I finally lost all that goddamn weight that I gained, it fits better. It fits again. I mean, on the bottom. On the bottom. Frank, it wasn't your fault. I was just fat. Thank you so much to everybody who got us here. This is another orange boy from Franklin.
You know what? Unless Frank is the one who made you fat.
You know what? I never had Treat Stream. If I turn on Treat Stream, it's going to be Treat Stream for salads. That's it. Steve, I have no idea. I bruise myself constantly.
Are you also a member of the Mysterious Bruise Club?
Yes, I don't know where
any
you have
no idea where they come from.
No clue. They're there. I don't know. I got one down here on my knee and I got one up here on my thigh, and I have zero recollection of how it happened or where I came by them. Franklin said, I never heard if Ashton wanted soup or not. If so, turn on your treat stream from your Italian Simpa Francesco. Ashton,
I don't think anything in my area is even open, though, to be fair. Like, I think it's all like, yeah.
I hate when that happens. I always forget because Courtney is over on the East Coast. I'm sorry, the West Coast. So when she's getting Treat Stream over there, it's like 3 hours earlier when it's like 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 here.
Well, that's another thing too, is like, it's just like for, like here, it's like there's nothing open. Like also in Florida, they don't keep things open really.
Yeah, where
even in Orlando,
it's like 9
it's
p.m.
Just,
really?
And
Even in Orlando?
When I was in New York City, you know, they say it's the city that never sleeps. It was damn near impossible to find a place that was open with food past 10 o'clock.
Really?
I was so confused. I was like, what the heck?
Nick, can you relate to that? How in the city, even though it's supposed to be the city that never sleeps, like it's really hard to find food that's open past 10 p.m. Nick is going, yeah. I haven't been in the city like at night, really, like late.
I don't
I've
understand.
Never lived there.
I thought it was a city that never sleeps.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. You would think that there would be food. Are bodegas open late at night where you can get like? But that's not food. You don't want bodega food. Yeah. Although the other day when I was leaving the city after recording, or not the other day, however many weeks ago, I was leaving the city after recording Trudette. And I was like, I don't want to be bothered to stop. I went to a bodega right across from Gas and got a turkey sandwich. And the dude made it for me. Some Middle Eastern guy. Very nice. And it was a delightful sandwich and I did not get sick. It was good. It was a good sandwich, like a turkey sandwich. I just got some mustard. I got some cheese. I changed my mind halfway through him making it. I was like, no, I'll have cheese. And he was like, yes, you want the cheese. I was like, I do want the cheese. But wow, that's so crazy. So wait, Nick, what about WoHop?
Yeah, that was open late, but I don't know if it changed.
COVID changed everything.
So maybe it's still.
I wonder if WoHop is open late. But yeah,
I remember when Walmart had 24-hour, like, you just walk in whenever you wanted to. Walmart.
I know. Why don't we have 24-hour stuff anymore?
See,
it's gone.
That's the thing is, I know like everything changed because of like with COVID and everything, but why not bring it back?
Yeah, bring it back, damn it.
It's so high demand.
Lisa said, so yes, after 10, a lot of places cut off, especially with the spike in crime. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So Lisa lives in the city.
I just don't understand. Like, it's like in like places like Florida, like the suburbs, because people work from home now, like kids like aren't really in school, like everyone homeschools their kids now, like 24-hour Walmart now more than ever makes sense.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But as people are bringing it up in the chat, and I guess they're right because people be wild and places get robbed so much.
Maybe, but not the suburbs.
Not in
Maybe
the,
in Chicago and New York and San Francisco, but not the suburbs.
yeah, we're not really up
Not
where we
Texas.
live, which is way outside of the city. We don't have a ton of crime up here either. It's not really like happening a lot. You definitely don't hear about, I mean, it happens, but not as much as like as the city. Yeah, I want a place where you can get food until like 1 o'clock in the morning. I feel like that would kill it. I feel like this was Healer. And this has stuck with me. Healer told me, I think it was Healer that told me about this like years ago. And it has stuck with me because I think it's the most genius idea. And I don't know why there aren't more places like this. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't want to wake up in the morning and eat donuts. That's not like, I don't want to wake up and have a bunch of sugar and fried stuff and fat to like start my day. That's not a breakfast food. I need like, I don't eat breakfast just to begin with. I want donuts at night when I'm tired and I'm sad and I'm making bad decisions. Not when I wake up and I have a day full of promise ahead
Donuts
of
are
me.
not a good breakfast food. Donuts are like a
No.
late night snack.
Late night snack. And he said there was a place near him that was a donut place that they only were open at night and they sold out every night. We need late night donut stores. Why is that not with fresh donuts at night?
We also need better options for breakfast food.
Yes. Yeah, what else can we have for breakfast?
Someone needs to invent a place that serves breakfast food that's late night that's not Denny's.
Yeah, I agree.
Like a late night Dunkin', like for when people are super like drunk and they're like done like at bars. Like I'm sober now, but like I just remember like it would be like late at night with my friends, 2 a.m. We'd be out at like coming out of a bar and all I'd be craving would be like avocado toast or something. Like breakfast food every single time. Because
sandwich.
One, it's gonna prevent you from having a hangover in the morning and your body's like wants all the salts and all the proteins.
Yeah.
People are
I
saying
agree.
Waffle House, but Waffle House doesn't have like it's not.
It's regional too. Waffle House isn't everywhere. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
Waffle House. There's no Waffle Houses near like where I live.
No,
Which is
none
weird.
here.
You'd think it would be here.
I know. I've never been. I really want to go to a freaking Waffle House. I really want
I
to go
love
to a
Waffle House.
Yeah, Waffle House is one of those that everybody talks about. And eventually, when I get the opportunity, I 100% will go to a Waffle House. But yeah, I think IHOPs kind of suck. I think Denny's food is not great, especially if it's not like independently franchised. I'm just trying to think like what. You're right. There's not a lot. We had this place back home in Hilo that was like my favorite place. It was our version of a diner. It's called Ken's House of Pancakes. It's still open 24 hours. And you can get all the typical breakfast food, but of course it's Hawaii. So you can also get big bowls of saimin. And it's huge. They call it a sumo. And when you order it, they ding a big bell and everybody in the restaurant yells sumo. You can get your spam eggs and rice, but the pancakes there are so good. They're huge and they're fluffy and they have macadamia nuts and they have 3 different types of syrup. They have a guava syrup, not pineapple, guava syrup. What's the third one? Coconut syrup. There's a third syrup and I'm totally blanking on what it is. But anyway, it's amazing.
Syrup?
It's so
Oh my gosh, it sounds so good.
Good. Waffle House and Jack's Beach is takeout only Friday and Saturday. Ooh.
Huh.
Oh, no. Frank, you can't get that at Chick-fil-A for the first time, my friend. Frank said he went to Chick-fil-A for the first time yesterday and done fucked up. I tried being healthy and got an egg white and grilled chicken on an English muffin. Not representative of Chick-fil-A, I'm sure. Look at Ashton's face.
You did get a chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A?
Spicy chicken
what?
sandwich. Spicy chicken sandwich.
No. You get this is what you get. This is what you get. You go to Chick-fil-A, okay? You get the regular Chick-fil-A sandwich, regular, not deluxe. Deluxe is a ripoff.
I like the deluxe. I like the cheese on it.
You don't need tomato. The thing is, you don't need that. If you want that, like a regular Chick-fil-A sandwich, okay. If you get the spicy version, you have to get the Polynesian sauce with it. But if you get the regular, get the Chick-fil-A sauce with the waffle fries and either a sweet tea or a lemonade. Do not get a regular fountain drink. Get the sweet tea or the lemonade.
I
If
definitely
you get the
recommend
spicy, get the lemonade.
Yeah, I was gonna say I definitely recommend the spice. I mean, I like the regular chicken sandwich. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
I also do like the deluxe, but damn, that spicy chicken sandwich! I forgot freaking good it is.
The spicy chicken sandwich, I don't recommend getting deluxe though, because the tomato
Yeah,
and the
I've never had it
lettuce.
deluxe.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, I've never had it deluxe. That's a good point. I've only ever had that one regular. I've
I
had
have
the
very
regular
strict
deluxe.
rules when walking into a Chick-fil-A because there's only one thing you really need from a Chick-fil-A.
It's a chicken sandwich. Oh, for breakfast. That's why.
Frank,
RJP. Oh,
who
sorry.
gets breakfast at Chick-fil-A?
If you're having breakfast, Frank, you got to go back though and get the chicken sandwich.
You don't do breakfast at Chick-fil-A. That was your mistake.
I've never had their breakfast food either. I guess I should try
It's
it.
not very good. It's very dry.
Yeah. Okay.
Not good.
The sweet and sour sauce, Scott. Don't even get me started. RJP, I did get it. RJP. Thank you so much. That's another sorry. I got to one and then we started talking about food because of Treat Stream, and we've been talking about food ever since. And I am starving and I'm just like thinking about food. RJP, thank you so much. He said I liked Firefly. Maybe it was the best that it was. Canceled because it might have gotten bad before too long. Yeah, I wish we had gotten just one more good season, but you're right. It's like we didn't have to watch something we love get horrible, because that happens with so.
That's what I'm saying. Is I
many
think we
shows.
got blessed by not getting a second season.
It's just so sad because we had, like you said, there's so many questions. They didn't tie up any loose endings, but
I know
it's
they
true.
should have. They
It's
should have.
true.
They should have answered questions in the movie, but they didn't do that.
I know. Why didn't they do that?
Because the movie was hashed out quickly because people were complaining.
Because there wasn't a second season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joss Whedon done mess. I mean, to be fair, if they canceled Buffy, they would have gotten the same reaction.
True. That
From
is
teenage
true.
girls, which would have been worse.
But Firefly was so good.
was
I
so
haven't
good.
seen Buffy, so I can't compare them, but I just loved Firefly. I loved it. And I did I know some people didn't like Serenity, but I did.
It's a Joss Whedon show for teenage girls.
So okay.
But you know what though? I would say it's enjoyable by men too. Like it's well done. Like it's not like
It seems like
you know
a lot
how
of guys like it.
you know how like a lot of like I have a problem with shows if it's ever aired on CW, I like just avoid watching it. I feel like a lot of you know what I'm talking about? Like I hate the Supergirl show because it has nothing to do with Supergirl. Has nothing to do with the comics. And Supergirl as a comic book character is brilliant. Really interesting character actually. I'm very excited for what James Gunn's gonna do with her. But I just don't like Riverdale. I don't like the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix at all, to be honest.
It. I love that show. I've watched it.
I don't like Wednesday. I don't
love Wednesday.
I don't actually, you know what? I can go into great detail of why I don't like Wednesday. But I don't like Pretty Little Liars. I'm trying to force myself to watch, but I hate it so much.
No.
Because here's the thing. The acting from a lot of the characters is terrible. And on top of that, like some of these relationship dynamics make me want to punch a wall because it's all just predatory men dating underage girls. But the thing that really drives me up a freaking wall at Pretty Little Liars is the concept. The concept is actually interesting. Their friend went missing, supposedly dead, and now they're receiving crazy letters and text messages from supposedly her or somebody who wanted revenge against her or her killer. And it's interesting, but the problem is that the show is so slow paced because you'll get like 2 seconds of something interesting and the rest of the show is, oh, I don't know what's going on with this guy I like. Oh, my parents won't let me have an inappropriate relationship with my teacher. And I'm just like, can we get back to your friend being missing and the interesting part of this show, please? And it's really just makes you want to blow my brains out. But I'm at the point now where I'm kind of interested because I do want to find out what happened to their friend because that part actually is pretty interesting. But it's just the rest of it's so hard to get through. It's nearly impossible to get through because there's like 4 different girls and each girl has their own side story of BS they don't care about. And it's these kind of shows that I hate But Firefly didn't do that, and Buffy didn't do that either. Buffy like had their relationships, for example, like Buffy always had like some love interest, but it was never the main focus of the show. And so I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, she's just a typical teenage girl, but like that was the main focus of her life. Every show nowadays, it's like they have to hash down this unrealistic relationship on top of it. It's like, listen, the show's already unrealistic as it is. We've got vampires and witches and like weird mystery stuff going on. I don't need some ridiculous relationship thing being the main focus.
I agree.
You know?
I agree 100% with
So-
that. It annoys me when they do too much
Yeah.
of the relationship stuff where and it does. It takes away from the fun, interesting part of the story. I don't mind
Yeah.
if there's a little bit of it in there because that's part of life, right? Relationships, you're finding yourself
And
when you're young.
it adds a little interest
it
to
adds a
it.
little interest, but it shouldn't be the
The
main
focus.
especially of a horror, science fiction, fantasy genre, because
Yeah.
it takes away from, like you said, the really interesting stuff. I do agree with you 100%
And,
there.
and the reason I started watching this Pretty Little Liars show is because I've been desperate for a whodunit. They don't make whodunits anymore. They just don't. And that's
Yeah.
my favorite genre. Like I'm such a Twin Peaks girly. I love Twin Peaks. But like they don't make whodunits anymore. And like this was the closest
Yeah.
thing I could get to a whodunit. And that's so sad because it's so bad. It's so
Oh.
bad.
That sucks. I have not watched Pretty Little Liars just because looking at it, like I know you're not supposed to judge by a cover, but I've seen trailers of it.
It's so bad.
Yeah, I
Girl,
don't. think that's for
so
me.
don't waste your time. I'm at the point where I'm gonna spoil it for myself and just Google it, honestly, because the thing
done
is that it's just there's the one character's dating her teacher, and like the thing is, it's not even like represented in a way where it's like negative. It's almost like apologizing and making excuses for this, and then like you have another character who's like sister was dating this guy and he was also like a predator, like he was preying on underage girls, and like for some reason the family takes his side, and like it's a whole mess.
That
And I'm like,
sounds
what
insane.
and the thing is the main audience for Pretty Little Liars back when it first came out was like 13 14-year-old girls. So if this is like the main thing we're putting in this show and these young girls are watching it, what are they going to be thinking after watching the show? You know, like
Yeah,
and it's like about 10 years old, I would say. It was just, and the thing is, like, I was interested because I like the idea of finding out who, like, what happened to their friend, and like, because it was at the beginning it was very Twin Peaksy, and that's what I liked about it. But it's like Twin Peaks. If Twin Peaks was written by the most brain dead person alive.
All right, yeah, you've officially convinced me. I will not even try to watch the show.
Don't watch it. Just watch Twin Peaks again for the millionth freaking
I'll
time,
watch
like I'm about
Twin
to do.
Peaks. There you go. Twin Peaks.
love
I'll
Twin
start
Peaks.
Buffy. Tiki the Mighty. I hadn't got to it yet. Yours was the last one that came in. Tiki the Mighty. Tiki the Mighty. Thank you so much. That's another 10. And I completely forgot about this. You're right. Tiki the Mighty is right. As someone old enough to remember, I remember hearing about this. I think Nick actually probably told me, and I was like, wait, what? And I completely forgot. As someone old enough to remember Firefly as it aired, Fox effed Whedon by airing the episodes out of order and not even airing episode 13. Firefly had a comic to bridge the gap between the series and the movie. I actually did not know that. So I think I need
What?
to. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Right? We need to find this comic because I need to read in between what happened.
I have so many questions.
So many questions.
They
But
never fully explained River. We never
Mm-mm.
understood River's backstory.
I know.
River is just like cast out.
I know.
And she's like one of the main like focuses in like season 1.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but there were I remember being like, wait, that's it? That's it?
Speaking of which, did you know Firefly was one of Zac Efron's first acting jobs?
I did not know that.
He's in a flashback.
Okay.
He's River's brother, but younger.
Oh,
That's Zac Efron.
Oh my god, that's so weird. Nothing against Zac Efron. I don't mean to like crap on him or anything, but I've never really understood the appeal. Didn't get it.
Yeah.
I never jumped on the like Zac Efron's hot bandwagon. I don't even, or whatever wagon. Just doesn't do it.
I liked him in Hairspray, but not in High School Musical. And I know it's a really weird niche.
No, I don't think so. I don't like musicals at all, so I never saw either of them. So I know that's what he was big from, but I just never saw it.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
he played young Simon.
Okay. Look at that. Are you freezing? Am I freezing for you?
You are a little bit. Am I
Okay.
freezing?
Yeah, you're freezing up, and I just can't tell if it's just the internet or the stream or
You're
what's
freezing
going
a bit
on.
for me.
Oh, connection is unstable. Yeah, thanks. If you're on Wi-Fi, I'm not on Wi-Fi. Thank you, StreamYard, for sucking.
Am I
God,
blurry at all on stream?
You're not blurry.
I look.
So it's on.
This
It's
is
me.
the
It's on
first.
my end.
This is the first time where I'm not having technical difficulties. Wow! But
Yeah,
somehow it
it's on my
sprung
end.
onto you.
All right, so I'm the one that's having problems. I don't know if there's anything.
Someone has to suffer at least once.
Right, you're like, it can't always be me. Your connection. I'm hardwired in. Internet is crapping out. I mean, I know we've been. I don't want to keep you all
Yeah,
night 'cause I
your
know you're
Wi-Fi is
sick, but-
unstable as my mental health. My God, you are really pixelated now.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay. Well, you know what? Then maybe I know this sucks. I know you're sick, so I don't want to keep you all night anyway. So maybe this is a good time to end the stream. But I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for getting us to Bikini. Apparently, I'm all pixelated. It said it's low connection. It said if you're on Wi-Fi, now it's fine. Now
you look great.
Oh, great. Well, now it's fine again. Well, let's do one more then before we end the stream. Are you feeling
Let's
up
do
for
one
it?
more. I'm
We'll do
fine.
one
Yeah,
more.
let's do it.
Okay. You're the best. Thank you for doing this when you're sick. I didn't know you were sick.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh.
Well, I'm like
Okay.
on the tail end, so I'm not like feeling it anymore. Like I'm just,
Just still like a little, yeah.
It's just one of those things where I'm like, I just want to be cozy kind of thing. It's,
Yeah, totally.
If you asked me 3 days ago, I would have been like, I'm dying. No.
Yeah, you're like, absolutely not. Okay, let's see. How do I convince my wife to ... I always love to read titles, and then I'm like, what is this going to be?
How much you want to bet it's anal?
Has to be, right? My parents' 50th anniversary is coming up, and I wanted to do something nice and be helpful by mowing their lawn.
Do anal. He wants to do anal at the anniversary. There you go.
I mean, just lots of lube, my friend. They're in their mid-70s, so doing something like this is a big help for them. It will take me 3 hours to drive to my parents' house, mow the lawn, and drive back. The problem is my wife doesn't want me to. We have been arguing for over 15 hours over the last week about me mowing the lawn for 3 hours. I'm in too deep. This is not what I expected. I don't know why she's upset. I'm willing to argue another 30 or 300 hours to mow for 3 hours. It feels ridiculous that this is even a big issue to begin with. In my wife's defense, she adopted a stray cat, and the cat has now left for 5 days. She wants me home to find the cat. I did discuss plans to mow my parents' lawn before the cat went missing. I just want to mow the lawn and be done with it. Update, I don't have any more energy to fight about it. I'm busing instead of driving. It might take 5 or 6 hours, hopefully longer. We've been fighting all morning. In that time, I could have driven, mowed, and come back. The endless fight over the lawn is draining time that could be used to find the cat. She's trying to call me, but I can't hear any audio because she threw my phone this morning, and there's a crack by the volume button. I'm just depleted and defeated. I don't know how to move forward. What can I do?
Divorce.
What? This is insane. There's gotta be.
I thought it was anal. Anal would have made more sense than this.
I don't understand why she's fighting with him over this.
How dare you go mow your parents' lawn
for their 50th anniversary, by the way. Like,
go look for my cat that I thrusted upon us. You know what? If she's like rescuing the stray cat and it's been gone for 5 days, maybe it wanted to be outside.
Yeah, maybe it wanted to be outside. This is the weirdest. Like, I don't even have.
This woman just sounds awful.
Yeah, like this is he needs to leave her. If they're in their.
I can't imagine. You know what? It's okay. We need women like this in this world because they make me look sane. So
sane.
I just don't.
Like, what the?
Like, she threw his phone. honestly, like, I wasn't gonna say divorce with the whole like fighting over finding the cat and the mowing the lawn thing. Is when he said she threw his phone.
Yeah, that's insane. That's
She
insane.
destroyed his property. She got violent. That is abuse. If you
Yeah.
that is emotional abuse. If you destroy someone's property in a fit of rage while in a relationship, that is abuse.
Yeah.
Something deeper is going on there beyond mowing your parents' lawn and looking for this cat.
There has to be,
If
or she's just
if
insane.
it feels like something is making her very insecure and upset, and she's using finding this cat as an excuse.
This is a really, if it's literally just this at face value, he's trying to say in her defense, she wants me home to look for the cat. Look, she can look for the cat since the cat's been missing for a few days. And for your parents' 50th anniversary, you can go help them out by mowing their lawn, which is a really nice thing to do while she continues to look for the cat. It sounds like I don't know if he made it sound like it was a 3-hour endeavor. Either way, it's one day. It's one day. He'll be back later that day. I don't understand.
She's lucky he's not going to leave forever.
Somebody said in the chat, just keep driving. Just like keep going. Because that's crazy. That woman's crazy.
Divorce.
The fact that they've been fighting over it to the point where he's like exhausted and defeated is a horrible sign.
I can't get over that she destroyed his property.
Yeah. You know what? Unfortunately, I see that with couples a lot. And it always is jarring to me. Like somewhat recently, there were a couple, and I'm not going to like name any names or anyone or anything, but someone's talking about how their partner threw their phone and broke it. And they were like, well, I wouldn't care, but it was like, we had to buy a new one or whatever it was. And I was like, you wouldn't care. They took your phone and smashed it on the ground. Like that's a whole other level of
that's
like
emotional abuse. That's a threat waiting to happen.
Yeah, like you need to figure out your emotions if that's the only way you can handle them. Like you need to go talk to a therapist or a psychiatrist because something's going on there. Yeah, she's mentally and physically abusive, 100%. He needs to get out of that relationship because it is not a healthy one. I mowed my mom's grass and my dad's grass today. I couldn't imagine someone telling me not to. No, that's unhinged. Yeah, Daniel, I agree.
The cat's missing and you care about this cat.
But the parents are people too, and that's
the
your
parents are people
parents.
too.
Like,
and it's also one day. You can look for the cat. Well, he takes this one day off, and better yet, you can look around the neighborhood for other people to help you find this cat. But chances are, if you found the cat off the street and he leaves, chances are the cat doesn't realize that's his new home and he wanted to leave and be on the street. Like,
yeah, I mean, you can't control every. Like, I would be sad that the cat, I'm sure I would be probably devastated. I'd be like, oh, the cat left. I'm so sad. But I would never be like, hey, you can't go do this thing for your family for one day because you have to be here with me looking for this cat the whole time. Like,
no,
what?
there's something else going on there. There's a bit of insecurity, a control issue, and obviously that's just no.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, no, this whole thing is, I don't know if I've ever heard any. I mean, I'm sure I've heard things as batshit, but like this takes the cake for something I've heard in a while.
Insane.
Yeah. Brandalorian said my friend was in a similar situation. He sent his girlfriend to jail over an argument. She started hitting him with a bat.
Divorce.
Break up. Yes. Like, for the love of God, don't let that person.
And like, you know what? And like, the thing is that like, I'm not victim blaming by any means by bringing this up, but chances are maybe like, oh, like there's like a communication issue. Like maybe like there's something we don't know part of the story. But if there's abuse involved in any sort of way, it means you two are not compatible. It means either you're really stressful for her or she's really stressful for you. You two are not compatible. You need to get the hell away from each other. Sometimes when the wrong people are together, they become the worst versions of themselves.
Mhm.
And I'm saying this because I have had personal experience where I have been the worst version of myself because I was with the wrong person. And as soon as I got out of that relationship, I wasn't that bad version of myself anymore. Like, all I'm saying is if it gets so bad that she's breaking your phone, you two should not be together.
Yeah. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Tiki the Mighty also with another 5. Tiki, thank you so much. He said bipolar disorder is very common among women in the Northeast. Bipolar disorder is actually very common just in general.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's one of those things where it's also
It's
really
also
easy to miss.
It's also one of those things too. You could be diagnosed as bipolar, but you might have BPD and be undiagnosed. And I'm
Borderline
saying this
personality. Yes.
and I'm saying this as someone who went undiagnosed BPD for a long time. And if you have BPD and you're getting the wrong kind of therapy for it, it's not going to help you. Like, you need a very specific type of treatment plan if you have BPD. When I finally got the help that I needed, it saved my life. Let me tell you, it helped me understand my emotions a lot better. It helped me learn to communicate a lot better. It gave me the tools that I need to help me just overall be more organized, be more emotionally put together. I wouldn't be surprised if this person probably had BPD and was undiagnosed and wasn't given the tools to express her own emotions properly. But
Or the
if
right type of medication, which can help immensely as well.
well, there's no BPD medication.
There
BPD is one of
is.
those. What?
Yeah, it's called lamotrigine. It's used off label. It's for seizures. But whether you
How
have a
have I never?
diagnosis,
Because
I don't
I'm
know.
on that for my seizures, not
Oh,
BPD. I didn't realize it was used for BPD as well.
BPD and bipolar. The
Dang, they
treatment
really
is the
hit two.
same.
They hit two birds with one stone with me. Let me tell you.
Look at
No
that.
wonder I'm fixed. And I got diagnosed with
Look at that.
with epilepsy around the same time I started getting help for BPD. And maybe they're just like, man, we're just
Yeah,
okay. No
there you go.
wonder. Wow.
That is
Hallelujah.
so funny. Yeah, no, that's the treatment for it. It's the same for bipolar or borderline personality. They're very, very similar.
Yeah, I'm taking
So
that and Depakote. So like that explains so much.
look at that.
Holy
Oh my God.
cow. Anyway, but like that's what I'm saying though, is but you also have to be like on a special therapy plan for BPD. You have to do the
Mhm.
therapy plan because it's just a matter of like understanding thyself. You cannot get through BPD without being self-aware
Yeah.
and taking like a level of self like accountability. One of the number one things they teach you when you go through like the program with your shoot, where's my booklet? I have a special booklet for this thing. I think I might have left it in Wyoming. But when you go through the treatment plan, the number one thing they tell you, like the number one step is taking accountability. Because if you can't take accountability, then you can't take accountability for your own emotions and your own actions. So like I wouldn't be surprised if this lady is breaking other people's property and having meltdowns over her own actions and blaming what he's doing on her own faults. That's a
Mm.
pretty big sign of BPD. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna lie.
Yep. Okay. Wow. Wow. That's so interesting. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I really think that there are a lot of bipolar and borderline personality people out there running around without diagnoses and without any type of treatment, which makes being in relationships very, very hard.
And I mean, it's also BPD is hard to diagnose
It
because
is.
guess what? When you have BPD, you're not going to be fully honest with your therapist. Now, are you?
Usually no. Usually it takes a long time to
I
get
would
there.
I would get hospitalized. I would get hospitalized for trying to literally self-delete. And I would be so smart about how to get out of those hospitals within like a 24-hour period. Because when you're usually held in a hospital, they hold you up for like about 36 to 48 hours, depending on your insurance. In my case, I think I think for most cases that's even too little of time. But unfortunately, in a world of when insurance runs everything, they're like, "Hey, we're not gonna pay for this anymore. Kick him out," kind of thing.
Yep.
But I would like just know the right things to say, and I would get out of there in 24 hours, and like I wouldn't get the help that I needed because you would just be like, "Okay, I know what these therapists want me to hear me say," and yeah. But I think like when I started taking my mental health seriously, like when I was like at a point of like, okay, if I don't get this fixed, I'm not going to have the job that I currently have that saved my life. I'm not going to be able to maintain relationships. I'm not going to be able to keep the friendships or rebuild this relationship with my family. So like I like had to hit rock bottom and like force myself to get better. And I hate to say it, but like I feel like maybe if this guy really loves her, he has to step forward and say, you know what? Like I'm not gonna put up with this anymore. This is my line in the sand. If you want to be with me, you have to figure out what's going on with yourself first. And if you don't care
100%.
about me enough, then I guess you're not gonna get the help that you need. So
And then he needs to leave 100%.
yeah.
But he needs to be willing to stand by it. It can't be an ultimatum just to hopefully help her to like manipulate her into getting help. He needs to stand by it where if she refuses, he does need to leave.
And not just for her, like for himself, man. Like you gotta protect yourself. Like I always tell people, like I have a friend who he's still in the dating scene, and he met this girl who he really liked, and they had a lot in common, but she just kept having these episodes, and he came to me and he's like, "Do you think she has BPD?" And I'm like, "Listen, guy, I'm not a therapist. I got my degree in psychology, but I'm not a fully fledged therapist." But it sounds like she might have BPT tendencies. And he's like, "What do you think I should do? What do you think I should do?" I'm like, I sat down with him like, listen, dating someone with BPD is not easy. It is incredibly difficult. It is incredibly time consuming. It is incredibly emotionally draining. And you have to ask yourself if you're willing to go through this. And it does not matter what you do for her to help her get help or to help her do whatever and like calm down. She will not get better until she makes the choice to get better because again, it requires accountability. So like nothing's going to change until she decides to do all this. Like there's nothing you can say or do to help this girl.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, okay, I got to step back then because there was no way that she was going to take accountability. They've only been dating for I think 2 months at this point. So
that's too soon for him to be jumping in full fledged like that.
Well, yeah,
Like,
but
that's not...
he also, I'm not going to get into it, but he has a tendency of jumping way too headfirst in relationships in general. I'm like, dude, you're counting your eggs before they hatch right now.
Yes.
But but like, I mean, but again, if you're interested in someone who deals with BPD, my biggest suggestion is find someone who already went through a treatment plan, has already done the whole process of learning to take accountability, learn how to deal with emotions and communication, is very open and honest about their situation, is very big about communication. That is the only way it will work. Because that means they already took the steps for themselves to get better. Dating someone who has BPD undiagnosed and waiting for them to make that choice, it's such a roll of the dice.
Yeah.
Like it's...
Yeah, no, 100%. And it's going to be absolutely miserable for you in the process.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know.
Like,
and
them.
Yeah.
Like it's they literally have a mental illness that is hard to deal with relationships. Like it is... I do not wish what I deal with on my worst enemy because I have constant trust issues. I have constant trauma wounds I'm still dealing with. Like it is a constant process of like healing and self-development and it's constant. But it's one of those things where if you have it, you gotta deal with it and you gotta just be responsible with it.
And constantly learn about yourself. That's the other thing too.
Mm-hmm.
You have to constantly learn about yourself and what your triggers are and the things that really make you tick and then how to handle that. And it's hard. It's hard to do work on yourself. Even if you don't have a disorder, it's hard to do work on yourself and take accountability, but you have to if you want successful relationships in your life. And so that's the fun part. RJP with another golden shower bird. RJP with another 10. Thank you so much, RJP. He said just because you were the best, Xia. Oh my god. I have to go into Gollum pose because that gives me nice feelings and And then I don't know how to handle the nice feelings. Thank you, RJP. Thank you so much. You're such a freaking sweetheart. RJP, Tiki the Mighty, two in a row. RJP again, Franklin, Billy, more Tiki the Mighty, RJP more, Healer, Franklin, Ravenclaw, Tiki, Andrew Thomas, RJP, Franklin, Backhand. Thank you all so much. And Remy is probably already gone. Frank, don't do it there. Frank, don't do it there. Is probably already gone and doing his content hotel fun stuff, but Remy as well. Thank you all so very, very much. Ashton, thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks for
You are
having me.
Of course, you're so much fun to talk to, and everybody loves you. Where can everyone find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the Ashton Blaise.
Go follow Ashton. Go support the stuff she does. She's a hell of a
Yeah.
cosplayer. It's super impressive. I'm gonna pick her brain later for wig stuff because I got costumes and I'm ready and I need wigs and I need to learn how to put them on. So
yes. Absolutely.
But thank you all so much for joining and watching the stream. I appreciate you all so much. I love you guys. Thank you for all of the support that you give me. This streak I cannot believe has been going on for 286. I definitely want to do something big for 3. And I just, all the hours that you guys watch me and comment and interact and like and all that amazing stuff just means so much to me. So thank you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment in the comment section because it definitely helps. And I'll be back on what's today? Today's Friday. I'll be back on Sunday to eat some more snacks on the kitchen counter. I think I might make me some peanut butter Elvis sandwiches, but I actually really want to do that with banana bread now, Courtney. Thanks. That's such a good idea. That's such a good idea. But
I just don't like bacon, to be honest.
Really?
I don't like bacon. I like pork.
I love bacon so much. It's so tasty. So tasty. I like most pork too. I'm from Hawaii, I guess. It'd be really weird if I didn't like pork. That's such a staple there.
You grew up with Spam, basically.
Spam, Kahlua pork and cabbage, and lau, which is chunks of salted pork and luau leaves. So yeah, 100%. I love pork. It's so good. I try not to eat too much of it because it's fatty, but goddamn, I love it. But yeah, I'm gonna do that on Sunday, and I'll see you guys there at 9 p.m.